What's up guys? The title of this video is iPhone 17 versus Google Pixel 10. Not a tough choice. In fact, I had a similar title last year as well with the iPhone 16 and Pixel 9. I said that it was an easy choice. And this title also actually means the same thing, not a tough choice. And genuinely this year more than ever, the choice between both these phones for like 90% of people is not a tough one. But with that being said, there are still a lot of interesting differences between the Pixel 10 and the iPhone 17. So let's talk about them one by one. Hi, my name is Harsh Punjabi. You guys are watching Technolobe. Consider subscribing to the channel because that would mean the world to me. I want to start this conversation by talking about how similar these phones are. The size, the way they feel in the hand, the overall look of the phone. Everything is very similar. Both of them have a glass sandwich design, an aluminum frame with glass on the front and back. iPhone 17 has a matte back panel and the Pixel 10 has a glossy one. I definitely prefer the matte over here. And this year, the size of the display is also the same. A 6.3 inches corner-to-corner display with a 120Hz refresh rate. This year, I can finally say that both these phones have a 120Hz refresh rate display. But the technology of the display is different. Both of them are OLED panels and outdoor visibility is not an issue. In fact, the peak brightness is the same, 3000 nits. But the way refresh rate is handled, that is different. On the iPhone 17, there is an LTPO panel, which means that it can go all the way from 1Hz to 120Hz. But the Pixel 10's display is not LTPO. It can switch between 60Hz to 120Hz. In terms of saving battery life, LTPO is definitely better. So I think 1 point to iPhone 17 here for that LTPO display. Apart from that, both the displays look absolutely stunning. Watching content is an immersive experience. So no major complaints in terms of the display. Where there is a complaint is with the performance. iPhone 17 has the latest A19 chip, top of the line performance, extremely smooth for normal applications as well as high-end gaming. A19 is one of the best chipsets out there, there is no doubt about that. And the phone performs like it as well in day-to-day life. Apple has done a great job in terms of optimizing the system. Now on the other hand, Pixel 10 comes with the Tensor G5. So this is only the 5th generation of Google's own chipset, and by this time we hoped that Google would solve their issues. But they did not. The Tensor G5 performs like a mid-range chipset and not a flagship level chipset. So essentially it is awesome for normal day-to-day applications, things like WhatsApp, Instagram, UPI payments, maybe some light photo editing here and there. But it is clearly not meant for high-end gaming or pushing the processor to its limits. Sustained high-end performance is kind of an issue with the Pixel 10, and I don't think Google is going to solve that anytime soon with the Pixel series. Because if they wanted raw performance, they would have gone with a Qualcomm flagship chipset. I think the reason why Google is making their own chipset is for their AI features rather than giving raw performance. But anyway, coming back to the point, in terms of performance, iPhone 17 is definitely much better. And this also comes into play for long-term use. Like if someone is buying a phone for long-term use, they should go with the iPhone 17 because of the better performance, because in long term that performance gain is going to help. I hope you get my point. Now another point linked to the performance is software, and this is where things get super interesting. Every single year I buy a Pixel phone, and the main reason for that is almost always software. Like Google does software the best, and that clearly shows in the Pixel series. The experience of using Android 16 is super fun. There are a lot of useful AI features sprinkled everywhere in the system. For example, Add Me, which was introduced last year with the Pixel 9. Like clicking group photos with Add Me is super simple. Similarly, there is Magic Queue now playing all the photo editing features, Gemini Live, and a bunch of other AI features. Honestly, I've not got time to test all the AI features, but the entire system feels very fun because of that. And also there's something about Android which is just super fun. Hence, every now and then I keep coming back to a Pixel phone just for that software experience. So that is great, but what about iOS 26? The thing with iOS is that it is super fun to use and reliable. Like reliability is the main point with iOS. It's not about giving the best new features first. iOS is always about giving a reliable experience to the end user. Like take Instagram for example. Using Instagram on iOS is way more stable as compared to Instagram on Android. So stability is the main point with iOS, and iOS 26 does a very good job at that actually. I also like the new liquid glass look, which a lot of people don't like, but I'm in the bucket where I do like liquid glass. It's everywhere across the system and even in CarPlay. So basically Android 16 is fun and iOS 26 is reliable. But if I had to choose just one, then I would definitely go with Android 16. So there you have your answer. This gets me to the most interesting point about this video, the camera. So on the rare side, Pixel 10 has 3 cameras now. Pixel 9 had 2 cameras, so there is a new camera this year, which is a dedicated telephoto. So there's the primary, ultra wide and a 3x telephoto camera. With the iPhone 17, there's just a 48 megapixel primary and a 48 megapixel ultra wide. But when it comes to photos, I definitely prefer the photos from iPhone 17. 17. Apple has improved their image processing this year and it clearly shows in the photos. The color reproduction is better, more natural looking photos. And the overall vibe of the photo is also better. So kudos to Apple for improving their image processing this year. Pixel 10 on the other hand is a bit too aggressive with the image processing. The contrast level is on the higher side and the colors are a bit off. Google actually started this trend of image processing and they showed the world that what they can do with just image processing. But I think they've gone too far and they need to tone it down a bit. And this also shows in portrait mode photos. Just look at the skin tones here. They are way better in photos from the iPhone 17. Skin tones in the images from Pixel 10 don't look that natural. They have this pinkish tint. So in terms of photos from the main and ultra wide angle camera, I definitely prefer the iPhone 16. It's doing a better job. But what about zoom? Well, here's where Pixel 10 definitely wins over the iPhone 17. I mean, just look at the difference in terms of the detail level. At 5x, 8x, 10x zoom, Google Pixel 10 definitely does a better job as compared to the iPhone 17. So having a dedicated telephoto camera helps the Pixel here. Now this gets me to that front camera. This year the iPhone lineup got a huge upgrade in terms of the front camera. It's a new square sensor which actually clicks amazing selfies. I mean, just look at the difference for yourself. Selfies from iPhone 17 look way better in terms of dynamic range, skin tones and the overall look of the image. No doubt over here, I do prefer the iPhone 17 for selfies. And it also has the added advantage of being a square sensor, so essentially I can shoot vertical as well as landscape photos while holding the phone in vertical mode. It is super convenient and I think a lot of brands are going to copy this feature. As far as video recording goes, here again I prefer the iPhone 17. It's a more reliable experience in terms of video recording from the main camera, ultra wide angle camera and also the front camera. Alright, this is a very quick front camera video test with the Google Pixel 10 and the iPhone 17. I will keep switching the microphone as well. Currently I'm shooting in 4K 30 FPS, so you guys let me know which one is better in the comment section down below. Like if someone is thinking of buying a phone for content creation, then they should definitely go for the iPhone 17 because the videography experience as well as the photography experience now is absolutely amazing. But there is this one point here that in terms of zoom, the Pixel 10 is definitely better. I think the Samsung Galaxy S25 and the upcoming S26 will also do a better job at zoom. What else is there to talk about? So I think these were the major points. Apart from that, both these phones are very similar. Battery life for my use has been similar with both these phones. They get me through the entire day, but towards the end of the day, there's like 10 to 15% battery left. I am going to do a day in the life with both these phones, so make sure you are subscribed for that because those videos will give you a better idea about real life battery. Charging is also kind of similar with both these phones. I think the iPhone 17 charges a bit faster than the Pixel 10, but not a lot faster. Brands like Vivo, OnePlus, Xiaomi are doing a way better job in terms of charging. Call quality and data have also been similar with both these phones. The buttons are clicky and tactile as well. And both these phones also have an IP rating, so no issues in terms of water and dust. They both don't come with chargers inside the box, so that is similar as well, which is not good for us consumers, but good for the brand, I guess. Is there anything that I'm missing? If I am, then let me know about that in the comments below and I will answer your question. This actually gets me to the final question. Which one should you go for? The Google Pixel 10 or the iPhone 17? You've read the title, it is not a tough choice. iPhone 17 is the clear winner for like 90% of the people out there. People who should buy the Pixel 10 belong to this category. They either don't like the experience of iOS 26 or shoot a lot of zoom photos. Those people should go with the Pixel 10. And this year Apple has also upgraded the base storage to 256 GB. As MKBHD said in his base iPhone 17 review, there's no asterisk with the iPhone 17. Like there are no hidden things. It is a solid phone and a very good package for most of the people out there. So yeah, there's your answer. I don't know if you agree with that answer or not. Let me know about that in the comment section down below. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel because that would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye bye.